Hello children, good morning to all of you. In today's video, we are going to see about the keywords. Considering social as the subject which is new to you, we give more importance to the keywords and the key points, which helps you to easily understand and remember the content which you need to write for the particular topic. So now let's get into it. First, about the features of civilization. So, if I tell features of civilization, the important features, what are the points you need to remember? 1. Banks of rivers. 2. Irrigation. 3. Bronze Age civilization. 4. Planned cities. 5. Trade. 6. Writing. So, remembering banks of rivers, what is it coming to your mind? That you know that all the civilization emerged or it came up near the banks of the rivers. All the civilization came up on the banks of the rivers. So, why people started settling on the banks of the rivers? To have water facilities, so that they can use for their daily purposes and for the cultivation, that is for their business, agriculture. So for doing agriculture they need excess of water, right? So they can use from the rivers. And also the place which is around the river, the soil will be very fertile. That means it is good for cultivation. The soil which is around the river, it will be good for cultivation. Number 2, irrigation. Then what about irrigation? Irrigation means providing water, supplying water to the fields or the plants. So that process is known as irrigation. So as I already said, the rivers provide water for irrigation. So that is why people, they get settled near the bank of the rivers. And also for transporting goods from one place to another place. So that is why they get settled near the banks of the rivers. Number 3, Bronze Age civilization. So the discovery of bronze was done during this period. So people discovered bronze during this period. So it is called as Bronze Age civilization. Planned cities. People lived in a properly constructed buildings. So that is why we say that they had planned cities, and they also practiced various professions. Trade. So what do you mean by trade? That is transporting goods. That is doing business. So having trade with other countries, people from other places. The last one, writings. So with all this, we know that the people in the civilization, they had the system of writing. They know to learn and write. So these are the key words or the key points that you need to remember while writing the features of civilization. So if it is a civilization, you should know these are the features it would have been there in that civilization. Next, about the Indus Valley civilization. The key points are as follows. The period of Indus Valley civilization was from 2500 BCE to 1500 BCE. BCE can be expanded as before Common Era. So Indus Valley civilization was emerged before 2500 years of Christ's birth. And what about the extension, or what about the boundary till where the Indus Valley civilization people live? So that is from Balochistan in west to Uttar Pradesh in the east and Jammu Kashmir in the north to Gujarat in the south. I'm repeating it, children. Baluchistan is a place now in the country Pakistan, and Uttar Pradesh is a state in India, as well as Jammu Kashmir and Gujarat also. So from Baluchistan in the west to Uttar Pradesh in the east, and Jammu Kashmir in the north to Gujarat in south. So this is where till the boundary of Indus Valley civilization was there. So next, Indus Valley civilization is also called as Harappan civilization. Do you remember this point, children? Yesterday while doing reading session we underlined this, right? Yes. So why is it called as Harappan civilization? There are two big cities are the largest sites in Indus Valley civilization. They are Harappa and Mohenjo-daro. So Indus Valley civilization is also called as Harappan civilization, and people there, they are called as Harappans. This civilization is known for the town planning, the best, okay? They are known for the best town planning. Why is it called so? Because they divide the towns into two. They are the upper town and lower town. What is known as citadel? The upper town is also called as citadel. Okay, children, don't forget this. The upper town is also called as citadel. What are the building structures, or what are the public buildings which is presented in citadel and lower town? Let's see in next slide. Great bath, great granary, assembly hall. These are the public buildings or the structures which is presented in citadel, that is the upper town. The great bath is compared to the swimming pool. Okay, so I have attached the picture there. It is a rectangular structure, and for what it is used? To fill water from the well nearby, and it is used for bathing, and it also has galleries and dressing rooms. So great bath is used as a central bathing pool for the people, where they take water from the wells. And next, great granary. It is used to store food grains. The surplus food grains are stored in the great granary, and it is used and it is distributed to the people at the time of necessity. Assembly hall. Assembly hall is the place where people gather for public meetings or for common discussion. So there were 80 pillars in the assembly hall. So do you remember that, children? I showed you with a slide, right, with a picture of 80 pillars. Next, seals. What do you mean by seals? Seals are the metal tablets or stone structures where the symbols or some writings were on it, where the stone structures or the metal tablets are carved with symbols or some alphabets or some numbers. Some writings were there on it. So this proves that the people in the Indus Valley civilization, they know to read and also to write. So as they know to carve on a stone, so obviously people know to learn and write. Do you agree, children? Yes. So people in the Indus Valley civilization, they know to learn and write, but still the script which they used is deciphered, was not deciphered by the historians. The script used by the Indus Valley civilization people is not deciphered by the historians. What do you mean by deciphered, children? Understand. I asked you to write above the word, right, during the reading session. So if you haven't written, so right now, deciphered means understand. So still historians are finding what the script is. So the name is not revealed now. It's a mystery. So the next, let's have a general key points for the Mesopotamian civilization. So Mesopotamian civilization emerged around 3500 BCE. So that is this civilization emerged before the Indus Valley civilization. Okay, what is it, children? What do you mean by cradle? Cradle means, so where the baby sleeps. I have attached a picture here. Can you see it, children? So cradle is a thing where the baby grows from it. Okay, like baby used to sleep, it used to lie on it. So when you were a baby, I hope you were also lying inside a cradle. So while getting deep into the Mesopotamian civilization, I'll relate it to the example how this cradle is related to Mesopotamian civilization. Okay, children? So the next, flourished. What do you mean by flourished? Developing, emerging. Okay, so I say this civilization flourished in before 3500 BCE. What do you mean by that? So this civilization developed. Okay, flourished means developed. What do you mean by deity? Deity means the local god. God. Okay, they call God as deity. Archaeological. Children, this is a quite big word, so I have shown with syllabification. So this has to be spelled like this: Archaeological. I'm repeating it. Key, CHAE, key, log, LOGICAL, archaeological. What do you mean by archaeological, children? So these are the various things, old things, okay, the ancient things, from which the people get to know how the ancient people lived. So these sources will be found by the archaeologist. The archaeologist is a person who goes and finds or digs things, and he get to know how the people in the ancient period they lived. So archaeological are the things or the various materials which was used by people living in past, people living in ancient period. So these are the old things. Next, cuneiform script, and this also I have shown with syllabification. CUNEIFORM, cuneiform. I'm repeating it. CUNEIFORM, FORM, cuneiform script. So this is the script which was used and practiced by the people who lived in the Mesopotamian civilization. Next, sacred area. What do you mean by sacred? Sacred is something which is concerned with clean or about religious things, about God, the worshipping, etc. So this place has to be clean and holy things will be presented in these area, holy buildings. Okay, so this is why this area is called as sacred area. And what will be presented in this area? So for example, a temple for the god, or a church, or some religious buildings. These buildings will be located in the sacred area. So that's all the important words or the key points which you need to remember in Mesopotamian civilization. So in next video, let's see a detailed note on Mesopotamian civilization. So until then, you take your homework note or your social homework note or rough note and write these words twice and practice the spellings. Thank you, children.